Hello, welcome to TechWebDots. This hypervisor session is part of Docker for Beginner series. So I've already explained why we need Docker and what basically Docker is in my previous sessions. So I strongly recommend you to watch those. Okay, so let's start. What hypervisor is basically, I will not explain in much detail, but basically hypervisor is essentially a software, or you can say the firmware or hardware that enables virtualization is called a hypervisor and creates and run virtual machines. Okay, then how it looks like, if you see from the structure point of view, a hardware will be required. On top of it, we will use as usual our operating system, and we have to install one hypervisor if we want to launch a virtual machine on top of it. It's not only one virtual machine you can launch multiple one, but it will depend the capacity and the strength of the overall hardware on which you are trying to run virtual machine, right? And hypervisor is of two type, right? You can run the hypervisor directly on the hardware, or you can run the hypervisor, the typical version that I have shown, on top of host operating system. Host is the one on which you wanted to install hypervisor, and guest operating system is the one on which our application or your VM will be running. So these two types are popular: type 1 hypervisor and type 2 hypervisor. Okay, let's go further. So allocate and manage hardware resources like CPU, memory and storage among those VMs. So all these activities are managed by the hypervisor. Hypervisor allows multiple operating systems to run concurrently on a single physical machine. So this is a single physical machine, and top of it you can run multiple operating system, which we call guest operating system. Provides Hypervisor provides an abstraction layer between physical hardware and the virtual machine, which is our hypervisor layer, you can say in layman term. The hypervisor is actually the middleman that pull resources from the raw material of your infrastructure, for example your bare metal hardware, or it is a full-fledged hardware plus host operating system, and direct them to the various computing resources instances which are required to run the guest operating system, and on top of it you can run your application very easily. So these all are the features or the basic things of the hypervisor. Hope it clears your doubt what hypervisor is. So I will see you in the next section where I will be explaining what is Docker container.